Hey everybody, my name is SirCrest, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Sim, S-Y-M. I'm calling it Sim because I assume it's symbol or symbolism. Sim is a puzzle platformer made by Atrax games, or Atrax. I'm assuming this is their first game because I've played this one. It's published by Mastertronic, who have done, obviously, Kitty Powers Matchmaker, Over 9,000 Zombies, Tango Fiesta. A lot of games that I actually quite like, even though I recognize that they are not... they have problems, I guess to put it that way. Although a lot of them have been early access that I've actually played. This is $8, but since it just recently released a few days ago, it is 20% off for $6.39 on Steam. And I just want to read the description for the game on Steam. Sim is a puzzle platformer that explores social anxiety disorder. Plays Josh, a teenage boy trying to reconcile a maze of two contrasting worlds that coexist within the blank spaces of each other. His perception of reality, and the world he created to avoid his fears. Josh exists in these worlds as alter egos, Caleb and Amiel. Caleb lives only in the white world, on the fringe of reality. He wants to overcome his fears. Amiel resides in the darkness, and he wants only to be alone, completely detached from human contact. Blah, blah, blah. What I read right there, from what I've played of the game so far, probably 20 minutes or 25 minutes, is way more than the game says. When you first start the game, it just has some of the most basic, like, frame animations, animatics, I don't know how you call it. Explains nothing. So the description is probably, you'll get more context out of reading the description for the game than actually playing it for the first half hour, probably, is my guess. Right, so it actually, to start looking at the game, first of all, I want to look at the options menu and show you what all the options are in there. All right, we're done. So, oh, whoops. Of course, I can't go back to the main menu. I was going to say we'll look at the editor and explorations and stuff, but we can't go back to the main menu without exiting the game. So, this is the actual game here. Let me turn down the audio a bit. It's extremely annoying. So this is kind of like, I don't know, as far as the way that the worlds are set up, probably maybe Mario or Dust Force, if you played that, where you have kind of an overworld that you can go around and find new levels in. So the actual gimmick, or main feature of it, is that you, if you're above ground, press down and you become this kind of other character that can traverse around. And the music changes and it kind of inverts a little bit. Press up again, and you can go in here. Now I've done these 7 levels, I assume it is. 1, 2, 3, 4... No, that's 6 levels. So maybe these are up to the 7th level? Oh, that's a bit weird. You can obviously notice there is a noticeable sketch effect. Feels drawn. A bit artistic. And grungy. I would assume, I don't know, half the budget went to that. Because, look, when looking at this game, this is like the crux of of looking at this. So, I may, be shy. I may not want to speak out in front of people. I may not want to be around certain people, but I don't really have social disorders. I'm a pretty average person, average gamer in this case. And this game, based upon a couple reviews that I've seen of it, really feels marketed and probably is most appreciated by people that actually have social disorders. Because the way I've picked it up from other people is that, or from reading other reviews, is that basically what this game kind of shows is, it makes sense to them. It kind of describes what is going through their minds, I guess. I have no idea if that's true, because that's not me. But from an average gamer's perspective, if you're looking for a platformer, don't buy it, because it's not a good platformer. In fact, it's pretty terrible. It's not even floaty. It's just like if someone took the Platformer Maker Pack off some free website and then put it together. There's very little feel for the controls. It feels extremely boring in the way that the controller feels. I don't know how I got hit by that, because it was 2 blocks down. One thing that I noticed, because I've recorded this video a few times, because I haven't gotten my points across without just seeming completely insensitive to the whole, I guess, point of the game. One aspect that really bugged me was the music, because it was extremely repetitive. There was like a 20 to 25 second loop that would play. I can't get up there. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, okay. And then the last time I recorded, a little while ago, there was a problem with the recording, so I redid it, was that suddenly I noticed new music in this area, which was very surprising, because I had played maybe, I think at the time, 20 to 25 minutes, and I was shocked to hear something other than that same 20 to 25 second loop. So it could have been a patch. Fuck. Could have been it was a new area, because I did the 0 or 1 to 7 area. I've been stuck on this one for a while. And I have to move right. Okay. Like that? Okay. That, I won't do that. So, you know, I talked about how it feels to play, but I mean, just visually, it looks, well, it doesn't look that good. I mean, sure, it has a characteristic with the drawn style, but it's maybe 3 frames, and it's super, super grid-like. I mean, it's not even rounded in some corners. It's, okay, I wasn't supposed to go there. Alright. You know what I mean? It's just regular tiles. And from everything I've played so far, there's all this text on screen that's, you know, hashtag just social anxiety things. I mean, that sounds really mean, but a lot of it's so vague. It could be from anything. And there we go. Hey, I actually beat it. And that's it. Do the next one. Rinse, repeat. For some reason the game is running in 16:9 or 16:10 right now, even though I have my monitor at 16:9. And it's automatic Unity borderless, so if you have a weird aspect ratio, it might be running at a weird resolution. Just wanted to look at some of these other areas. There's a couple puzzles, like obviously what we looked at right there with the seeds, basically, those little pods that will eat you, and then there's a couple things like this, where those arrows basically follow where something is going to grow. I don't know if I mentioned it, but gravity is basically reversed when you're underneath, as you might expect. And how do I... There we go. Let's check out this one. Fear and loneliness. All right, single frame. Okay. All right. Music is different. That is crucial. Although it sounds like it was just thrown together in Free Loops or something. I guess to... Oh, what's to say? I guess to summarize. Is that finished moving? Let's see. So I guess to summarize, this is a game for people who already understand what someone is going through. This is not a game for someone to learn to sympathize. Because all I see on a very simplistic basic as a average consumer is it's black and white, and my concept is I have to go underneath to solve puzzles. This is a very similar thing to Camera Obscura, which felt like it had a concept. Like it was like, we want to make a game called Camera Obscura. Either it was, we want to make a game called Camera Obscura, what's the gimmick that we're going to put into it? Or they had that idea and they had to wrap that game mechanic into a concept that they could then put into a regular game. So with Camera Obscura, it was you can freeze an area. Freeze an area, and then you can continue past it. In this, it's you can flip upside down into another area, and then do different puzzles. Right, so that sim is not my kind of game, as you might expect. If you're looking for a puzzle platformer, and this is a puzzle platformer, I wouldn't buy it. It's fucking boring.